You know, there's always been these conversations about 7 continents, 7 skydives, 7 days, and it was like a running joke. Can't be done. You know the mindset of special operations. Don't tell us we can't do something. We have a way of making the seemingly impossible possible.
Our first jump is Antarctica. That'll start the clock, right? So then we're gonna boogie back up north to Santiago, Chile. That'll be 2. Keep heading north to Miami, Florida, 3. And then we'll be going to Barcelona, Spain, 4. 5 will be Egypt, 6 UAE, and then 7 will be Australia for a landing and a cold beer.
We definitely try to push it, try to push jumps, push the complexity of the jumps, because we're not exactly sure what we're going to be handed on each of these locations going forward.
I don't know that it's fully set in yet what we're going to be doing, but I think once we get boots on the ground in Antarctica, the scale and grandioseness of the activity is going to be pretty awe-inspiring.
Most looking forward to Antarctica, but not because I'm stoked on it, but because I want to get it the fuck over with. So once that one's over, I'll be styling. I'll be happy.
Jenna Biter, Coffee or Die magazine. This week we're at Complete Parachute Solutions in Arizona with the 777 Expedition for their final train-up before they attempt a world record skydive to kick off the new year. We're talking 7 continents, 7 skydives in 7 days, all to honor U.S. fallen service members and raise $7 million for the Folds of Honor organization.
The 777 Expedition, really the why behind it is to raise $7 million for the Folds of Honor organization, which is giving funds and scholarships to Gold Star families.
So, Jericho, you're chasing the tail. We can kind of change that a little bit as opposed to chasing the pilot chute in front of you. If that's what it looks like you're doing. I'm not saying that that's what you were, but let's pivot that a little bit. My role in the expedition is expedition lead. My primary role is a lot of coordination for the locations that we're going to overseas at the various drop zones, as well as getting guys and assisting guys, getting guys up to speed on their jumping ability. Trying to make sure and do some coaching for the guys to have a successful execution of all the jumps. Okay, let's take a look at these fucking radical exits.
So this is a workup for the jump set. So we think we're gonna come across same type of aircraft, same exits, exit orders, and then really just trying to get a system down if things go a little bit sideways, if we have to be in a rush, things like that.
Learning to jump as a team, stay in formation, and making sure that, the most important thing is we land on the ground safely together.
How many jumps did you guys get out here this week?
I personally got, or will have by the end of the week, probably 30.
It's 10 people who were highly successful in their military careers. They operated at the highest levels for all of us. So we came together, and there's obviously going to be a little butt sniffing, but now we've kind of formed into a cohesive unit where everybody's joking with each other. It's like being in a little squad or a little platoon again.
It's paramount to us that we align these expeditions with good nonprofits that are doing good work for veterans. Folds of Honor puts 91 cents of every dollar towards educational scholarships for spouses and children of deceased or severely wounded veterans, now to include first responders. So, as you talk about these men and women who lost their lives on the battlefield and they left behind children, not only do we tell their legacy, their stories, but we secure their legacy for the future by providing those scholarships to their kids, and that means the world to us.
You don't get an opportunity to do these types of intense activities too often. And when I look at the individuals that we're doing this with, these are guys who have had wondrous careers in the military and beyond. And I'm so incredibly honored to be able to be the new guy in a group like this and be able to learn from these people.
So, it's definitely an honor. And to be able to contribute to our fallen, disabled veterans and first responders is really important to me.
Thanks for tuning in, and follow Coffee or Die as we follow 777 on their record-breaking expedition.
What's up, y'all? Jericho Denman here. Just want to give you guys a little look at my loadout for some of the duration of the 777 expedition, and some of it is very Antarctica-centric. So obviously we're going to be layering up like a mofo for the negative 40 temps on the ground, and then stepping it up a bit for the negative 70 degrees at jump altitude. So it starts at our feet. These Salomon boots, goes to our hands. We got battery-powered gloves over there, and then Arc'teryx provided pretty much every layer possible. So that's kind of what I'm going to do to keep warm, and I'll talk you through a couple more little things that are jump specific. All right, guys, first thing I'm going to talk about that's kind of weird and Antarctic centric is our gloves. So we're jumping these battery powered gloves because our hands have to remain warm, obviously, so that we can pitch our pilot chute, execute emergency procedures if necessary, and also grab our brake lines, steer our parachute to the ground. But we can't have big giant Frosty the Snowman gloves, so the only way to get dexterity and warmth is to throw a battery pack in there. Next kind of cool piece of kit for the 777 expedition is our helmets. These helmets were given to us by Cookie and painted by a cat named Shitty Helmets. You can see on the back we have all of our sponsors, Frog Fuel, Black Rifle Coffee, Peter MD, and Ventus Respirators. I gotta represent the 2-bat. And then Folds of Honor, what it's all about. Probably the most important piece of kit I have on this trip is my parachute rig. But that's not what I'm here to show you. I'm here to show you is this thing called a rig sleeve, which is pretty cool. During some of the legs, we may have to cut it very tight. So we're gonna have a support crew pick up our checked bags while we carry on our parachutes. So this rig sleeve allows us to go through TSA wearing our parachute as a carry-on. So just scoops it up, makes it into a little backpack, and we got these little elastic guys to cover our cutaway handle and our reserve ripcord. Next thing I'm taking on the expedition, it's not Antarctica centric because I'm going to have it with me the whole time, but we were given these flags by Allegiance Flag Supply, American flags made in the USA. So one of the 2 flags I'm carrying is going to be auctioned off for the Folds of Honor Foundation, and the other will go wherever I want it. So I'm looking forward to carrying these and using it as a way to remember why we're doing this.